Hey everybody, good evening. Welcome back. This is Jason with JER Custom Designs. I just did the video on how to install the laser alignment jig, which is the pieces you see sitting here, and then the extra pieces you see sitting here. Okay. I covered a little bit of how to use it on the last video. I didn't intend to do that, but this video here is going to be nothing but showing you how to use it. Alright. So when you get the kit, it's going to come with all the stuff you've seen, and it's going to come set up with the short feet so you can get right to doing whatever you want to do. Okay. Now, a little disclaimer here. This system is for the Boss lasers. I designed it for the Boss lasers. I am not affiliated with Boss Laser. So, the use of Boss Laser is only to let you know what machine this is good for. Nothing else. It can be used on other machines, other CO2 machines, Chinese lasers, Trotec. You could use it on any of that stuff. But this was designed around the Boss Laser. And so, without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. I want to briefly just touch on this here. Alright, when you installed it, you installed the short nut on the outside. That allows you to do a quick half turn or so adjustment, and then you're ready to move your piece. Alright, now I have mine already set up. I'm going to show you. I already have mine set up where I've actually got it marked for the rotary and then for when I do bigger material. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this out here to the bigger material for now. Alright, and as you can see, it's just a one hand operation. I'm holding the camera with one and Allen wrench with the other. Just make sure it's all the way forward. That way everything is nice and straight. Alright, now I'm going to leave this one where it's at because it's close enough for government work right now. So what I'm going to do, this is the first use of this item is to straighten materials. You could fold this one all the way down. It won't go past the 90. You could fold this one down. It could be at 90. It could be at 45. It could be, anywhere that's useful. Once that's set, you just throw your piece of material. This is the fun part for me. I like playing with the gantry to line it up because I don't know. I don't know if I'm lazy or just like to have fun with it. But once you set the material on there, you set your gantry till your first point makes contact. Alright, and then from there, you can just accelerate it a little bit and it lines it right up. Then you take a look down your beam. Out of focus here. You got a perfect alignment down that edge. Okay. Once you're done with that, simply lift it up, place your origin wherever it might be. And there is a way to do this in the software to where you produce an offset box that's there but not sent to the machine. It's not an output, in other words. So I'll come out with a video on that, but it's pretty self-explanatory. What you'll do is when you set this up, basically you lower the foot. That's a bad example because the wood's not very, got that cut out piece there. But anyways, you got your piece up against there, and mine's not going to fire because I don't have the chiller on, but you're going to do a pulse. Then you move your arm out of the way and you measure from the pulse to your foot, and then your box around your image is that much bigger. That way when you go from here and you hit escape or hit go, it'll jump up and then it'll start doing its thing. But first, always make sure the leg's up out of the way. So that's one way to do it. I don't do that too often unless it's something that I'm doing a bulk run on. But I've also got another piece that's going to be coming out that'll it'll act as a straight edge along the blades there. That once you line it up, you'll put that in place. That way, you can go to that same spot every time. Because, like I said, with the arms down, you're quite a bit of distance away. So what will happen is you'll line everything, get it true, and then you can use that as a secondary to do alignment and squaring from there, because you'll know it's 100% true because of the jig here. All right, so the other use is just for that, for squaring, truing, getting repeatability. All right, it comes with a 90-degree foot. This 90-degree foot replaces the small foot or the long foot, whichever one you're using. All right, and when it folds down, that's why this doesn't go past 90. So that's a perfect 90, and then you got a perfect 90 in the corner. So when you take your material and you have your leg down, now you've got that perfectly in there. So if you set up your machine, so here's your setup, you know, every time you put it back in there, it's still going to be aligned with your nozzle. Your edge here will always be aligned with your nozzle, because that gives you the repeatability. I'd say within maybe a half a millimeter, maybe a millimeter. There's always going to be some flux depending on how you use this. But for the most part, it's probably 99% accurate 100% of the time. So that makes sense. There you go. All right, so that's how you can do your plaques. You can do your cutting boards. Line them up right off the bat. Good to go. Once you're done, back it up out of the way so you clear your foot, lift it up, and then you go about your business. All right, now for this next one, this one is for the rotary attachment, and I'm going to set the camera here and get everything set up for it. This one here, you're going to remove whatever feet you have in there. You take your thumb screws out of your short feet, put them into your long feet. Just a quick swap over. Alright, so now you have your two long feet ready. Slide them into position. I like to put them about halfway, because the more meat you have inside the slider tube, the more accurate this thing will be. So about halfway in gives you plenty of room to work with. Okay, so we'll move the wood out of the way. We'll come back in here with the handy dandy wrench. I don't know if you can see this or not. Loosen this up real quick. Slide it over. And tighten it back down. Alright. So now, that's in place. Now what we need to do is take out some of our blades. We take out some of our blades. Make room for our handy dandy rotary. Alright. So now that we got the rotary in the bed, we're going to drop our feet down. Alright. I might have to adjust for one. Nope, they're both good. So now you want to lower your table, or raise your table rather. Right? And then from there, you're going to move just like you did before with the wood. And get it right up there. Butt it up to it. Butt it up to it. and you look down your rail, bam, perfectly straight. All right, and as most of you know, this is important. And you just lift this up out of the way. This is really important when you're trying to do stuff on the rotary, because if it's not straight, you'll get wandering and what have you on the rotary. Sometimes I use the clamp that I got off a guy that actually sells them on here. His name's Jared. I've got the whole system set up. I use it sometimes, I don't. But anyways, so that's just a little plug for you, Jared. But anyways, once that's set up, then it's just as simple as putting your material on there, and then you just line up your head to the center, where the center might be for you, which is usually that center bolt right there. I like to use that as a center point. Basically, you just get a bullseye down in that center bolt, and now you're lined up, ready to go on your cups, your mugs, your baseball bats, or what have you. So anyways, so that's just a quick how-to on this jig, how to use it. It has a lot of different uses, has several different uses, but like I said, depending on how you use it, it'll be depending on how effective it is. And you can use it for other things as well, not just what I've explained. But there's a couple other things that it wasn't designed for, but you can do. So I'm not going to mention what those are because, yeah. Anyways, so if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and we'll go from there. But like I said, pretty simple. I appreciate everybody's support. All the guys that did the early, the pre-orders on these back in early February, you guys will be receiving a new foot for your machine or for your kit in the mail, probably in the next week or two. Anybody else will have it on the page. This kit will come as is from here on out. So as you see it today, it'll be to whoever receives it from here on out. So again, thanks for watching. Check out my page at jercustomdesigns.com/shop. You can find all my stuff. Also see me at JER Custom Designs on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. And until next time, everybody have a